Hi everyone, Assalamualaikum. Today I would like to present this slide titled Modeling of Aquarium Malesensis or Equality into Seeds Grade using Self-Organizing Map. My name is Mohammad Arif Fahmi bin Cik Hassan. My ID is 202228936 Program CEE 750, Master of Science in Electrical Engineering, and my supervisor is IRTS Dr. Nurlaila binti Ismail. This presentation outline consists of 14, which is background and tier of planning for next semester. Alright, next, I would like to introduce this background studies, which is consists of acrospecies, is of species of agarwood or known as gaharu in Malaysia. It is in species of plant in Thymelacea family. The price of agarwood is determined by the quality of the wood and the intensity of its aromatic qualities. So, in agarwood in Malaysia, it can be found in the jungle of the states of Perak, Terengganu, Kelantan, and Pahang. So, it is traded based on the duration of the aroma, the concentration of the resin, the geographical origin of the oil, and the purity of the oil. Alright, the next slide is problem statement, which is one of the problem statement is the quality of agarwood oil had been measured and graded manually by using human sensory panel. So, by this problem statement, it cannot deal with a continuous process, especially when handle a bulk of a sample at once. Second is contributed to the high labor intensive process and time consuming. So for second problem statement is unreliable classification technique because the different people can arrive at different conclusions and perceptions regarding the method. So for the next slide, it is research objective consists of three, which is first to cluster agarwood oil quality into 4, 5, and 6 grade using SOM. Second is to validate this grade using A and N. The third is to evaluate the performance of the SOM and A and N using confusion metric, accuracy, mean square error, and sensitivity, precision, and specificity. Next slide is research scope. The study is limited to the FRIM and Barse and University of Malaysia Pahang. So the samples come from Aqualaria malacensis species and the use of GCMS to analyze and identify the oil chemical compound. SOM and artificial neural network ANN will be applied as clustering and classification technique to designate and confirm agarwood oil grade respectively. So this model will be using MATLAB version 2021 and the oil sample is acquired from the Forest Research Institute. Next, we move on to the research significance consists of three. First, from this objective, this research expected to have a reliable method. Second is to separate sample that characterize the level of quality present in agarwood oil. The third is to eliminate this association with traditional methods of grading agarwood oil, such as impartiality, replaceability, and utilization. So this next slide consists of literature review, which is agarwood essential oil, chemical compound of agarwood oil quality method, machine learning method, SOM, and artificial neural network ANN. Agarwood oil, or can give to the other names such as kalambak, ginkgo, wood, agarwood, and the phrase of wood of good. So the most important production of agarwood, which is it is a dark resinous hardwood. This region includes such as Malaysia, India, Bhutan, Indonesia, and Thailand. So the characteristic of agarwood has a light and pale color while it's young, but as it ages, it turns more mature brownish black color. So in Malaysia, orang asli and Berhizen are employed is in the presence of religious and ceremonial contexts. Next is chemical compound. So the most important chemical compounds that can be extracted from agarwood comes from sesquiterpenes and chromones that derive from the agarwood oil. So the researchers in Japan classified the oil quality of agarwood oil into high and low categories by using the chemical compound. Next is agarwood oil quality method. Its grading method can be divided into types of grading method, which is traditional and modern. For traditional, it can be divided into two types of grading method, by human sensory panel and by physical properties such as color intensity, inflection level. So the modern grading method, which is that by using chemical compound such as we use the GCMS to analyze and machine learning and artificial networks to analyze this chemical compound. For example, KNN and AN algorithms. So another such as SVM, artificial neural network, and KNN. Next is machine learning. So machine learning basically can be divided into two, unsupervised learning and supervised learning. So for self organizing map, so it was first introduced by Kohonen, and the use of SOM is to locate pattern in a complex set. So a number of neurons are arranged over a line or rectangular or can be hexagonal plane in order to evaluate the distribution of an input space over output space. So by doing the characteristic of this pattern in the input space are preserved, allowing for the evaluation of the distribution. So learning results consist of two, which is distance of neighboring neurons, some neighboring distance, and second is distribution of weak planes. So we can see that the darker color represent the larger distance for distance neighboring neurons, and for distribution of weak value, the lighter and darker colors stand for larger and smaller weak respectively. Okay, we move to the last literature review, which is artificial neural network, which is introduced by the researcher called McCullough and Pitts in the years of 1940. So it was a favorite research tool among the researchers due to the ability to learn from example. So an NN model should be passed all the performance criteria consist such as accuracy, sensitivity, specificity, and precision. Next, we move to the methodology parts. For the research plan, start with initiating is start the research plan, move to the literature review, model development, which is designation of grade using SOM, and proceed to the next step, which is fulfill all SOM clustering rules, which is our first objective. And if the first objective is not success, and we'll be back to the model development again. And if the fulfill all clustering rules, it can be successful, we proceed to the second objective, which is confirmation of grade using A and N. And after that, move to the third objective, which is model performance validations. Next is acceptance of agarwood grading method, and the last one is the end of documentation. So For the data collections, we have a 22 sample label CEEE, CM, and until the T grade as mentioned in this slides. So these codes names are given by the Frim and Barsi. To obtain their chemical compound, these samples were analyzed using GCMS. In the analysis of 22 samples, 11 important chemical compounds are identified. So this table shows the names of the compounds and the retention index. So this is the methodology for designation of grades using SOM. First, the data at training testing are randomized per row. Then the data are split into 80 to 20 ratio, which is 80 for training and 20 for training data set. So then next, this data will be transposed. The silhouette value for of the clusters will be calculated, and then analyzing the result for the silhouette values. So this is the algorithms for the generating the self-organizing map. And this is the confirmation grades of using ANN. Alright, this is the performance measurements of ANN, consists of accuracy, specificity, sensitivity, precision. So as we can see that this formula shows for all these performance measurement. So the accuracy means the overall effectiveness of a classifier. The specificity means the practicability of the patient detects negative text. The sensitivity means the capability of a classifier to classify the low quality group. And the precision means the class agreement of the data label with the positive label given by the classifiers. So this is for the current result, which is for SOM neighbor weak distance for 4 grades, 5 grades, and 6 grades. And then this is the result for the weight of neurons consist of input 1 until input 12. This is for the weights of the inputs for the 5 grades, which is consists of input 1 until input 11. And this is the weight of alpha grade for 6th grade from an input 1 until input 11. So basically I named this input 1 and means input 1 is for alpha guanine until input 11 for dehydropolymerine. So as we can see that we have a hexagon for this week of input. For 6 hexagon means one grade, and if we have a 6 hexagon means it has a 6 grades. So as of for conclusions, it is expected that the Agawut quality grading model using SOM able to designate the new Agawut quality from 4 to 6 grade and then confirm this grade using ANN. So this technique will enhance the existing method that currently used in the market to grade the Agawut quality. And then this will have a consistency in terms of the results accuracy since it is based on chemical properties of the oil. And then lastly, it will give a valuable benefit for future study. Alright, this is for my Gantt chart for this 7 months, which is in the 10-month journey in my studies. For the status of publication, right now I have submitted a review paper, self-organizing map, application for modeling academic licenses in Bulletin of Electrical Engineering and Informatics, BEEI. And the status of this publication is still in review. That's all from my presentations. Thank you for your watching and goodbye everyone. Thank you.